Hello and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Zoe from makeitcrafty.com and today I'm going to create a project with Mummified from the new Halloween 2014 collection. I thought it would be fun to share my process of making a simple card, but I'm new to making these types of videos so I'm a bit all over the place. I figured that's half the fun. He's such an easy image to colour and only took about 10 minutes. But I've sped up the process so you can sit back and listen to some spooky music I found. I'll be back shortly with the next part. Well, I hope you enjoyed the quick sort of colour along with Mummified here. You may have noticed in the colouring video that I came up with a sentiment called All Wrapped Up for You, because I thought that rather than using him as a Halloween card, that I might send it to someone that I love or give it to, a friend or something like that. So I'm going to create a basic card. I tend to do better with those than doing all the floral ones and things like that. So I thought that I'll just share my process and see what you think, and you can see some of my old school ways of doing things. I thought that what I would do is just mat him on some red, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use this other little designer paper. I've just gone through my scrap bin, and this is really, really nice. I like how it's got the little dots on there. They're all embossed in on top, and this is Cloud9 Design Luster Chocolate Chips, and it's probably really old. I don't know. Doesn't say. Does it say the date on there? No date, but it's probably old. But I remember seeing it and I really, really liked it, so I thought that I would buy that. So I'm just going to show you what I do, and I'm going to start by just getting some double-sided tape, and I'm using the, what have I got here? Copic Creations. I don't know. I just grabbed some tape out of my drawer. Now, typically, I am not one to put tape all over the place. I was brought up by my grandmother, and she was one of those people that could stretch everything everywhere. So I think I have some of that trait of where I try to use what I've got and take it, let it go as far as I can. So I'm just adding this tape into the corners here. And I'm just going to take that off. And I've got a little bin down the bottom here so that I can try and keep my workspace tidy. So then all I do is I've got just my scrap piece of red card here. I'm just going to go by eye and get that into the corner there. I'm not usually one for measuring things up. I like to just go by eye. Then I'm going to grab my ruler and my knife. Actually, I'm going to do the long side first. I just try and work it out by eye. And then just lightly do it. You don't want to go too hard, otherwise you end up with like a raised edge down one side. And I'm just going to do the bottom. Oh. It's around about right. Another thing that can happen if you go too hard, and I don't know if you can see the scar there, excuse my blue finger from my colouring. It's not going to... Anyway, I've got a scar here because I went right up the side of my nail there. That was it was a bit of a, am I going to need stitches or not? But no, it was all right. Okay, so I've matted him with red. And so I'm just going to try and decide, I'm going to actually put him onto a white cardstock. This is a glimmery cardstock, it's beautiful. This is already pre-cut to go 6 by 6 inches. It's just a bit bigger than 6 by 6, but I'm going to cut it down. So I think I'm going to have him cut that down the side there, and then maybe sit him like that, or I'm trying to decide if I'll go completely black or with this designer paper like that. So, or will I give him a white edge there and then that? I think I am going back to the idea of really just making it pop with just the red border. But it is probably a bit plain. Let's go with this. All right, we're going down this track. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to fold this over. I've got a bone knife here. I'm just going to go by eye, how I think I want it. Do I want to go the full height? See, then you can just go like that. And I think that's too wide. So I'm going to bring it up like so. And I'm going to go around about that. So what I do is I line it up with my board here. And I've worked out that is the line I'm going to cut on. So I want that top edge to be straight. And then I'm going to bring my ruler in like so. And just line that up, the two lines here. and then go softly and just do multiple cuts until it will pull away. And then we've got our card. So I've got that there. I need to do that bottom piece. So again, I'm going to line it up and just work out where I want that to cut. So I'm going to cut along that line there, and that looks to be about right. Whoops. Fortunately, I was still holding it here. Okay. Just want to make sure that's straight. Now, I'm going to cut that again. Yeah, so I haven't got any of the fancy trimmers or anything like that. I've got a another type of cutter, but never cuts straight, and so I always end up going back to my old method of a knife and a ruler and a mat. I find that that works. So what I'm going to do now is I want to cut this to the same size of this. So I'm going to turn this over, and again we're going to use our, what I'm going to do is just cut this here, but I'm going to put a mark there so that I can line this up. I'm going to cut this all the way across. And then I'm going to put a mark, just going to line those up, make sure that it's straight. And just put a mark there, and then line that up. There we go. Okay, so hopefully I've done that reasonably well. There we go. So that's all lines up now. Okay, and then if we put him on top like that, that's going to work out nice. Okay, so I was thinking of maybe using, I've got this So Easy floss, and I was thinking that I could possibly wrap something around, and I was thinking maybe even add in some gold. I've got this gold stuff, it's beautiful. I got it from some cheap art place. It's really good for Christmas. So I was thinking maybe of wrapping those two together. If we put that around like that, I could just tie a little bow. That's a possibility. Or maybe what I could do is, one other thing that I do every now and then is I tape it here. I think that's what we'll do. I'm going to tape it. So I just get regular tape. Tape that on the back like that. And then we might take it around like so. Maybe it's not really going to do what I want it to do. That's alright, I'll just pull that off. I think it's actually a bit too thick. Maybe that's what I need to do. I just pull that apart and thin it down. There we go. Maybe what do you think? Maybe something like that. Maybe it needs, and then we could have a little bow or something on there. I think that's alright. And then if we have the gold mixed with that too. Alright, I'm going to go with that. That's what we're doing. Okay, just going to chop that end off. Get my tape. So worked out that I want it to come in from there. My tape on. And we'll wrap it around like so. Hopefully I didn't take that out of shot then. Oops. Okay. And we'll put some more tape on. I'm just going to be a little bit loose for that side because I just want to splay. Which side do I want to splay? That one maybe. And then if we put a little bow there, I think will be quite cute. Okay. So I've got that other piece that I've got left over. So I might tie that off. So I'll tie that like so. And hold that whilst I pull the ends. I'm not very good at tying bows. Boy, don't you see some wonderful bows out there that people can do? There has to be a knack. Maybe it just comes with practice. Okay, that's not too bad. Just a little bow. And it's gonna... Do I want it to go that way? Yeah, I do. Maybe if I put a little bit of tape or a bit of glue or something, might be better. Actually, there we go. I think I got it. I got it. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Chop those off. Oh, that looks good. Alrighty. So we've got the all wrapped up for you. We're going to pop him onto here. So what I want to do, this is quite flimsy, so I'm just going to tape that onto here. So just make sure I've got the right side. Have you ever stuck your thing on and then you've gone to open it and it's been the wrong end? Oh, I've had that, so that's why I always check now. Okay, so again, I've just got my 4 pieces. Just going to go straight into the corner. If you've done heat embossing or something like that and your paper is a bit warped, then, you know, I would put a little bit maybe in here. I'm just going to go off camera and quickly put these into the bin. Okay, so now I'm just back and I'm going to stick it to, I tend to stick to the corner that is closed in case I get it wonky because I can always cut it off. So I'm just going to get it to the top there, stick it down along the edge, bring it to the bottom. And that is pretty straight, pretty happy with that, okay. And then we're going to put him just in the middle there and I'm going to pop him up with my favourite 3D foam squares. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they are, this is the brand here. This is what the package looks like. Scrapbook adhesives, and it's so hard to find here in Australia, but I absolutely love them. So these little things, and they're actually quite high. And me, when I'm doing little, so if I was popping him up by himself, I'll come in and I actually just cut it like that so that I've got little pieces. But in this particular instance, just need to go into the corners And I don't like the middle area to go down, so I usually put like one there, then I'll put another one there, then I'll put over here. And I find that that is not too bad. That's enough. Someone's just going to put it on their shelf for a little while and then, you know, they put it away. I'm just going to go off screen again to my little rubbish bin down here. And then what I usually do when I'm sort of just trying to figure out how to place these is I'll keep my hand underneath and then I will sort of figure out these edges here. If I figure out what, by eye, the edges here of how that looks, and then just bring it down. And usually that's right, but in this case it's not. So I haven't pressed it too hard yet. So we'll try again. Whoop, just nearly got that one down. So I'm just going to have to put my head over and have a look here. There we go. And then just check that corner there. And there we go, that's it. So that is the card. And I was just thinking of maybe putting a few of these little gem things just to help that red pop out a bit more. Just going to see what that's like instead of it being so boring at the moment. Yeah, I think I like the idea of doing that. I don't have different sizes, but it'd be nice if I had a smaller one. Oops. Stick on there. Okay, you're not going to, are you? Alright, there we go. Maybe if I did, yeah, I quite like that. Alright, so I'm going to go with that. I've got some multi-liquid glue, and I've just got a bit of scrap here. Have I got any scrap? There we go. Get some scrap and just pour that on there. Get my tweezers. Just want to flatten that a bit more so I don't get too much glue on. Just get my tweezers. It's not going to work, is it? Then I just take the excess off. You just need enough to go to stick. Get my next tweezers. I need to get one of those multi-stick things. They look really good. There we go. Ta-da! Well, thanks for joining me, and hopefully that, I don't know how that could be helpful to anyone really, but it was fun, and I hope that I'll make some more of these. All right, thanks. Bye. Well, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and may have even had a giggle or two. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.